calling all of my Young and the Restless fans. Look like we have been teased with a new spoiler alert of a new pairing that might be coming together in Genoa City. Look like it's Adam and Audra, and it looked like they might come close to each other romantically. So, is this couple going to be in a relationship or other ulterior motives? If that's the case, how is this storyline going to unfold if they put these two together on screen? Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's talk about Audra first, because here's what we know about Miss Audra Charles. Now, she is, as we found out this past week, Noah's ex-girlfriend from London. Now, of course, the show had already showed us that every time you mention Noah's ex-girlfriend, he was stressed out about it. She's unpredictable. He didn't ever know when she would get pissed off about anything, and he always felt like he was walking on eggshells. So we did already get a sneak peek of her life before she came to town. And Audra is also suspected of working with Tucker McCall, which looks like Noah's description of how clever she is does match up with whom she's going to team up with on the show. So now let's talk about Adam Newman. So we all know in order for Sally to have that CEO position, he had to break up with her, even though he had feelings for her, but he still had to do it. Now, Adam thought that he would be able to make it up with her later, but Sally, on the other hand, was quick enough to move on with none other than his brother, Nick. Adam also came to know about Nick and Sally sleeping together, and of course we all know he was devastated. Even if he had an ounce of hope to get back with Sally, it went totally down the drain. Now, according to the spoilers, it does tease this coming week that Adam is going to lose his cool once again with Sally and Nick as they continue to get closer. And of course, we all remember that Nick planned to give a special surprise to Sally to make her understand his feelings. So it's a given that these two are getting closer and closer sooner than later. So what is Adam going to do now? And it won't be a surprise for him to kind of spark a little bit of jealousy in Sally. And for that, he needs somebody to do that with. Who could it be? Well, let's discuss the possibility of this scenario if this whole storyline take that turn. So, as we know, at this moment in time, both Adam and Audra are single. Now, just because they are single doesn't mean that they should get together. What might be the reason for the story to pair these two if it happens in the future? Well, as we already talked about, Audra might be working with Tucker to kind of sabotage Nate and Victoria's plan. And speaking of Victoria, Adam is already frustrated with his family. So, if someone dares to sabotage Victoria and Victor's plan, Adam would be the obvious one to do it. And I know he would be more than happy to. Apart from that, Audra might see Noah has moved on with his life with Allie. And as much as Allie act like it doesn't bother her, according to what is hinting, is that she might have a little bit of insecurity when it comes to that. And not just that, there was also mention of Noah arguing with Allie for asking all those questions, as you remember. So it's clear that with her being in town, Audra's presence is going to probably cause some friction between the two of them. And given how she was in Noah's past, chances are that Audra might want to get back with Noah. And just like Adam, it's not a surprise if Audra kind of want to spark a little bit of jealousy in Noah. And since they both probably want the same thing, their chances of getting along are very, very high. So we might get to see a new pairing in town soon if the story takes a turn. Now, as for Noah, even if he doesn't get jealous, he's definitely going to have some concerns for Audra. Being that he knows the history that Adam has had with his family, especially since they are family, Adam is his uncle, he might definitely come to warn Audra to try to stay away from him. Now, whatever it is, it looks like Audra and Adam's pairing might solely be with a motive to trigger their former ex's feelings. However, if their romantic ship starts to sail, then, it could become more interesting. We have to wait and see what happens. So we got to stay tuned in these upcoming weeks to see how everything unfolds. And I would love to see these two together. We need another spicy couple. Okay, so let's get the conversation started. What do you think about these two? Would you like to see Adam and Audra make a pair on The Young and the Restless? And do you think that they could actually fall for each other? Or this is just some type of plan to stick it to his siblings, to make Noah jealous, or even to make Sally jealous? So we have to stay tuned. And until the next video, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to this channel to receive all updates. And please don't forget to like and share. We'll see you next time. Bye.